straight with you today, man. Where your energy at? No, it's not Mental Health Mondays, but today is Friday. I just got finished with my morning workout, and it kind of dawned on me that we try to make a spiritual change where we need a spiritual transformation. A spiritual change is just I get all the old stuff I've been doing spiritually, try to rearrange it and make it something different. That's change. But when I transform, I'm adding something different in it to transform and not just change. Like the movie Transform, they're called Transform. They go from a vehicle to a person. They're not called the changers. We have to transform my life to be spiritual and not change it. We got to add the spirit in and take that ego out. The ego is involved in change. The spirit is involved in transformation. When I transform, I'm leaving my personality that's based on the five senses, that's based on the flesh. That's change. If we want to transform, that's in the spiritual realm, the non-linear realm, where stuff is formless, doesn't have a form yet. The form part we come in, that's the linear part, that's the already set in stone part that comes from the invisible, if you understand what I'm saying. So we're trying to change our life, and we're taking all the old principles, the old habits, the old belief system, and try to rearrange them. That's the reason we can become spiritually depressed, because we're trying to change our life with the old ego belief system instead of transforming our life with that new knowing system that I am whole. That means I'm including everything. I'm not excluding nothing. I mean, I'm accepting myself from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. That's helping me become whole. If I reject any part of myself and don't accept everything in totality, it's impossible to feel whole. So I'm going to be looking for things outside of myself. That's going to make me feel separate. When I feel separate from something, I don't feel united with something. That invites fear. Fear comes from when we initially separated from our spiritual self, and that made us change. That made us change and adapt to the ego, which is based on the personality, which is based on the five senses, which is based on the fleshly body. Spiritual transformation, it can't come from an outside source. It came from me when I tapped in to my higher frequency in life that's already in me. It's in you too, but it's going to be hard to find it when you're looking outside of everything for change. Spiritual transformation, it comes from within your heart. It comes from within you checking your belief system. It comes from within to you feeling that trauma. It's in you uniting with yourself, embracing that aggressive side, embracing that anxiety, embracing that depression, because you're feeling anxious is for a reason. It's a reason because you're trying to change something based on what if. If I'm trying to change something based on what if, that's the belief system, and it's based on anxiety, because what if this and what if that. When we will wake up tomorrow, we're not going to say, what if tomorrow is Saturday? We know tomorrow is Saturday. The same thing knowing with yourself. Know that you have the spiritual capabilities of transforming your life. Once you get out your own way. It's you in your way claiming this victimhood, claiming I'm hurt, claiming this story, clinging to this, clinging to that. And you wonder why you're so discouraged. You wonder why you can't maintain. Because you have a false pretense of what being spiritual is. You have a false pretense of what being enlightened is. You think all your shit gonna disappear? Stop it. It's not. Only way to make your shit disappear if you're looking at it differently. Stop looking at it like shit. Look at it as a lesson. This uncomfortableness, this inconvenience is gonna help me shift and help me transform. Only way I can change is recognize that change is not enough. I need to transform my life into a more spiritual life, a more clarity. Clarity meaning I'm available to myself all the time. If I need to check in my body, say, hey man, I feel some type of way, let me sit and not label it, but feel what it is so I can release it. When I'm feeling pain, that means I'm resisting. And when I feel uncomfortable, it's time for me to release something to transform that energy back to a more higher frequency. Back to loving, back to complete, back to being solid. I'm not lacking nothing. As long as we can breathe, we're not lacking nothing. Our thoughts make us think we're lacking. But as long as we're breathing, we're truthfully not lacking nothing in life. You want to think you're lacking something? Hold your breath. Hold your breath for as long as you can and see what's most important. It's about getting that breath again. Nothing is more important than you breathing. If you can breathe, you can achieve. If you can think it, stop it. Stop it. Watch the thinking and stop thinking. Only thing you should, if you want to think about something, think about, am I breathing in and out my nose? Am I being present to myself? And am I being aware of my deeper essence, that have all the answers? Am I connected with my higher source? Am I knowing who I am internally without the outside titles or images? I'm not none of that. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, learning how to transcend the mind and transform this temple into the truly walking specimen of the Most High, manifesting in the flesh. We can do it. When we resurrect that Christ in us, that spirit in us, and start leading and walking a spiritual life. Not even people looking at you. It's when people are not looking at you. It's a lifestyle. It's not a practice. I'm not a practitioner. This is my lifestyle. What got me here was I was uncomfortable in my own skin. I was tired of it. You heard what I said? It wasn't because I was searching to be something. I just wanted to be comfortable within my skin. Only thing I learned so far to help me be comfortable within my skin is to breathe and transform my thoughts out of that amygdala and transform into the prefrontal cortex, where I have clarity, decision making. I'm whole. I'm complete. I'm coming from my knowing system. I'm not second guessing it. I'm not fearless. I apologize. I'm not fearful. I'm fearless because I feel totally secure. I'm fearless because of my faith. It ain't my belief that has me fearless. I'm fearless because of my faith. I felt it. I seen it. I smelled it. I touched it. I realized that's not what I want to keep touching. That's not what I want to keep smelling. That's not what I want to keep feeling. That's not what I want to keep hearing. That's not what I want to keep seeing. So I had to transform and transcend the mind so I can change what it was projecting. So I can transform, so I could transform what it was projecting. If I just try to change it, it's going to flip right back. But if I transform it, it comes from a whole nother perspective. You can change your location and relocate somewhere else. But if you take yourself with you, just the way you are, and don't transform, where you relocate means nothing, because you're taking your old self with you, that old belief system with you. Regardless of where you kind of change your location, if you don't transform your knowing system from that belief system, it's not going to matter. It's not going to withstand it. I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. When you in that flow with the frequency of life, it's effortless. Just like walking. When you walk, if you're in supreme shape, does it hurt? You ain't gotta think about it. It's naturally. Same way with that spiritual walk. You ain't gotta think about it. You're no longer an infant. If your spiritual walk is grown, you can walk without even looking at it. It's a habit. You ain't gotta think about it. You're it. You're not doing spirituality. You're being spirituality. So whenever you do, your whole life becomes your meditation. What you're meditating about, when you open your eyes, you're walking in that meditation. So on this Friday, stop trying to change yourself and transform yourself. The first way I transformed myself was I transformed through my breath. I allowed my breath to take me deeper within. I allowed my breath to connect with my consciousness. I allowed my breath to connect with my prefrontal cortex that gives me that connection to the higher frequency, the higher source. That sacral chakra, man. When you clear that out, you get direct access from the ancestors of knowledge. Ain't no middleman. It's downloaded right to you. But are you available for the Most High to use you for an instrument to show the grace, to show his or her glory, to show you that how you can transform a life? I'm living proof. This ain't something I woke up to want to be. It's something that chose me, so now I'm sinking out with it and flowing with it and moving with it. It's my life. Friday, man, feel yourself on the inside. Stop judging by outside materialistic stuff. That stuff could decay and rotten. Not saying we don't need it, but not at your core. You need you to believe in you and feel in you. That money can't do that. That house can't do that. That job can't do that. That relationship can't do that. Only you can do that from the inside out. Transformation Friday, man. Transform your thoughts. It's gonna transform your life. Fuck change. Focus on transformation. Namaste, Thug. Love yourself unconditionally. And remember, your wellness is your breath. Peace.